Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 and another part of our Newcastle United series as we kick into the month of January. When we left off last time we drew 2-2 with Brentford, a bit of a frustrating run of fixtures which continued when we took on Burnley. If we just have a quick look at the goals from this game, it was pretty embarrassing to be honest. Burnley absolutely tore us apart, and for whatever reason, our tactic has totally stopped working, and there is going to be a lot of change today. Try to bring in a new defensive midfielder if we can, as you see Wood there got the first goal, because we need a bit of extra strength there. Marin did get one back with a free kick, another goal for Marin. He just keeps on scoring, but then with 10 minutes to go, Burnley just really turned it on. They got Vietto in behind, who I'm surprised Vietto is playing for Burnley, but he got in behind on the 82nd minute. 88th minute, Omarua gave the ball away to Cork. He put it over the top, and Vietto again just got in there after a poor defensive touch to make it 3-1. And then a couple of minutes after that, 91st minute, Hendrick on the ball, cut inside, shot block, came to Cork, blocked again, ball just rolling around before Hendrick put us out of our misery and made it 4-1. Really just a terrible performance. We did then manage to get a win against Brentford, having drawn with them in the league. We went into the FA Cup and did manage to get a 2-goal win, which was something at least. But I still really wasn't happy with our tactic in this game. It took us half an hour to get the opening goal. Hayden on the attack found Muto, ball played into Almiron, and he did manage to find the bottom corner, but the keeper really should have saved that one. And then in the second half, 20 minutes left to go, Mata won the ball, charged through, found Muto, he was in and off the post there, but he got the follow-up, the defenders didn't react, and it was 2-0, but we were really poor in that game as well. And today we are changing the tactic as we take on Spurs away from home in the League Cup semi-final first leg. Now if we just have a look at the transfers first, you can see the player we're bringing in is Jorrit Hendricks. He's got a contract offer. I am sure he will be joining us soon. He plays for Chelsea as a defensive midfielder. I think he looks pretty good. He can play as a segundo volante, which is extremely helpful, but I think overall he looks pretty good, and he's got room to develop as well. If we can bring him in for 16 million, I think we're going to make a decent amount of money out of him. So hopefully he will be enough to strengthen the team a little bit, because the squad is quite small now. But we do have some players in the under-23s if we did want to bring them up. So Juanito Lopez, we could bring him up into the senior squad. I'm going to do that now actually. And also this Desi Kazinga Madia, he's got a decent bit of potential on him. And then we've got some of the more established players as well. So I'm not going to bring Tariq Barlett up because I don't think he's good enough. We do have Henry Saive down here, who I think is in the process of being transferred. He's joining Ufa on the 28th of January. I might just move him just to build up the senior squad for the next month until we bring in a replacement player. So we do have a slightly bigger squad after doing that, which is helpful. But the tactic that we're going with is slightly changed. So if you want to use this tactic, it's the same tactic link that I've had for a while now. So if you go and watch my old tactic video, it is on there. Just click the link. I think it's in the description to this video as well. If it's not, then I apologise, but just go look at the tactic video. It's the same link. This is the best tactic on offer from there. And it does get updated all the time. You just keep updating your tactic. That's why I was losing games, because I was using an old tactic that just didn't seem to work as well anymore. This one, I'm hoping, will work quite a bit better. It still suits our players. The area where it's a little bit questionable is that we now have wide midfielders, which drops back from inside forwards, and I'm worried that it's going to stop the likes of Marin A getting game time, but B getting goals, because if we try and drop him in there, he's just not good in these positions. It doesn't matter what side you put him on, he just doesn't really play in these positions. So we've got a bit of an issue there, because he has got 12 goals, our top goal scorer. He's a standout player, but at the moment we really need to change things up, and if it means he has to play out position a little bit, then so be it. In the worst case, I could try moving one of these up into inside forwards, the left side, but at the moment I'm going to give Haps a bit of game time, bring Marin in off the bench and see what happens. But you can see it's just Muto up front on his own now. Mata still in the attacking midfield role with the two wide midfielders in attack roles as well. We've still got Segundo Volante in a deep line playmaker in defensive midfield, which is why I'm still bringing in that player. Masuaku, Lejeune, Lascelles and Yedlin still in the same positions defensively. Dubravka still in the position in goal. There's not too much change to the in possession, in transition and out of possession rules. There are some different player roles. If you do want to look at those, you can just pause the screen at any point if you do want to have make a little note of these and add them. But there's quite a bit going on there. And also the set pieces have been set for corners and things like that. So I mean, there's a lot going on, but we have to change things because this form is pretty dreadful. We've only got 2 wins in our last 7 matches. Having been on such a fantastic run before that, we're starting to fall away just as our season gets quite difficult with Spurs in the League Cup semi-final, Legia Warsaw in the knockout stage of the Europa League. We've also got the FA Cup 4th round and big games in the league against Liverpool, Everton, Chelsea, United. The next month and a half are really important to the team. So we need to go out there, we need to do well. Today we'll take on Spurs. I'll probably play through the Huddersfield and Liverpool games off cam, and then next episode we might look at Spurs and Huddersfield. Or I might look at Liverpool and Spurs. I'm not sure which way to go yet, but that's what we're looking at. So if we look at the way we're playing today against Spurs, we've both won 1 each and we've drawn 1 as well in our records. This is the lineup today. I'm not going to change this. We've got Muto, Mata, Haps and Coman as the attacking unit. Hayden and Key sitting in front of our usual defence. I think I'm actually going to take out Lejeune as well. I've not been happy with Lejeune for a little while, so I'm going to put Chambers back in there, not for Lascelles, for Lejeune, because I just don't think he's a good centre-back. But we're going to have to keep him, at least in the short term, and try and keep him happy as well by playing games. But I think against Spurs, it's too big a risk. Now, I've noticed a lot of teams we're coming up against have been mirroring our old system, where we were playing with this exact formation. So I'm hoping the change will have an impact, because if teams have been set up to try and stop what we were doing before, then changing the tactic will nullify what they're trying to do. So we'll have to see. That I haven't used this tactic yet. This is the first time it's being put to the test, and it's a really big test for it. It might take 2 or 3 games for this tactic to get going, but I want to give it a chance because I've seen really positive snippets about it. But here's Fernandez with a corner, puts it into Vertonghen, and it's over the bar. We do survive that one. But yeah, I've seen really positive things about this tactic, so I do want to give it a good go. The tactic is likely to change going forward as people play the game more, they figure out better tactics, but at the moment I'm happy with it as Alderweireld fails to win the header. Mata can counter now. We're on the attack, we've got players over, but Mata is giving the ball away, which is not like him. Now Januzaj attacking down the right. We're not getting to him. We've got 3 men there and nobody went to him. Here's Eriksson, back to Fernandez. Just being allowed to charge forward. He's going to have a shot, and Dubravka does make a good save. 24 minutes gone. We've not really created any chances, but Coman's on the attack, and then he's given the ball away. Fernandez now through the middle. Son is in on goal, and Dubravka makes another good stop there. But really, Son should have scored, and we should be a goal behind. Here is a corner from Fernandez, yet another one. Puts it in, and Vertonghen arrives. It's cleared everyone, and we get a free kick. I was worried that was going to be a penalty then. They do tend to come around like that. Now, as you can see, we're not having shots. We're not having possession. It's different to how we were playing before. Really, it looks like we're just not in this game, which is not encouraging. But we're going to have to stick with it just for a little bit. Muto has picked up a knock. We're going to need to bring him off if he's got a tight hamstring. And if we bring on Barbosa in that position. Corners come in though. Alderweireld. Oh, Key, what are you doing? We missed that goal there, essentially. Key has just chested it into his own net. He's been such a good player for us the last season or so. But Fernandez put the corner in. Alderweireld at the back stick, headed it on. Oh, just what is he doing there? Why would he do that? It makes no sense whatsoever. The ball wasn't even moving that quickly. But it means we're going to go in at half-time 1-0 down. Hayden's also lacking fitness at the moment. But this really isn't working for us very well. It will take some time. I'm going to try and give Marin a bit of a go on this left midfield role, but I just feel like my worry with this tactic is that we're not attacking enough. We don't have enough going on up top. But we've got another highlight here. Lascelles plays it over the top, and again, there's nobody down that left flank anymore. Here's Vertonghen, forward, Eriksson. I just struggled to see where the goals come, I suppose, from this tactic, and it was something I was thinking about when I picked it up, but I've seen such encouraging results from other players. I thought it's got to be worth a go. Here's Mata over the top. Barbosa is in behind. Oh, his shot is blocked. We do get a corner, though. Positive that we have at least had a bit of a go. Our first proper highlight. Here's Mata with the corner. Puts it to the back stick. Alderweireld away. Hayden goes after it. Mata's still out on the right. Instead, he's trying to come inside Hayden. Pushes it to the far side for Barbosa, who's out of position. He puts it into Key, trying to make up for his mistake. Back to Masuaku, but nothing comes of that one. Hayden carrying his knock, or lacking fitness anyway. Lejeune is going to come on in defensive midfield. We'll just see if that helps us at all. Here's Trippier. Plays it forward to Sisto. He puts it over the top. Yedlin with the header away. Remember, this is only the first leg. It's not the end of the world if we lose. We are away from home, but we do want to get a result. Here's Coman attacking down the right. 4 in the box to aim at. Instead, he's given the ball away, and now Son can counter. Back to Kluivert. Over the top. Son is in behind. He's got 2 players over. There's only 1 defender. He doesn't use them, and he's missed the chance, Son. That's a couple of times that he's really thrown away a chance. And with about 25 minutes left, we really need to be having a go at Spurs. But Dembele's having a run, and it's saved by Dubravka. We are just not threatening Spurs at the moment. We've had 4 shots, 2 on target. Here's Trippier with a throw. Ball gets cleared away, but only to Fernandes on the edge of the area. He's going to shoot, and he's found the top corner. And it's just not going well for us. We're going to have to take off Haps and bring on Marin, and just hope that Marin can try and change things. If it doesn't change within the next few minutes, I will push him up into an inside. I'll push both of them up into inside forward roles. This was great effort from Fernandes. Sort of used the outside of his right boot there, but he shouldn't have been given the time to slow the play down and get his position sorted so easily. We've got 15 minutes left now. I'm going to push them up and turn them into inside forwards as well. And we'll just see if this changes the way that we're playing. Maybe we get a few more efforts off, a couple of better attacks. We'll see quite quickly, actually. I'm also just going to change this to attacking and see if that helps. 5 minutes left. Can we get a goal back? Just 1 away goal would be quite helpful. But it looks like it's all going to end here. Fernandes puts the ball in. Cleared away by Key. Kluivert's there. We do head it out only as far as Sisto, who takes it out. Fernandes. Back to Alderweireld. Ball into Dembele. Now Son. Good tackle. Dembele. Saved by Dubravka. And that is the full-time whistle. So this tactic not working at the moment on the evidence of this. We did end up with more possession in the end, but I'm not happy with the way that that played out at all. And it means maybe it's back to the drawing board. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about that new tactic. Have you tried it? What has it worked for you? Is there something I could do just to tweak this a little bit? I think the big issue at the moment is that it takes Marin out of the team. It brings Coman back into an unfamiliar position. We don't have natural wide midfielders. We have inside forwards because that's what the old tactic was. And I think realistically we could end up having to go back to this tactic here and just seeing how it does. Because those are our 3 tactics overall, and I think this one suits our players the best. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Make sure you do drop a like on the video if you are enjoying this series. Obviously we lost in the first leg to Spurs. We need to turn that around in the second leg. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. But until next time, see ya.